So the next one is, I hear this quite often, is how do you replan your day when unexpected stuff comes up? Family emergency, plumbing, work at home, etc. Most of us pack our calendars, hardly bake in any slack time. So what are the best practices in GTD to reposition and replanning the day? So, Arif, what are your thoughts?
How well you can renegotiate your priorities and your commitments really depends on how well your backlog is at zero and how well you are good at taking in new information and putting it within your system. If you don't have a system for that and you've got a huge number of unprocessed email, huge number of unprocessed tasks, and because you've got a large number of that and you know you will not look at it, you end up stuffing up your calendar so that because you know you're going to look at your calendar, so you start putting things into your calendar. And now when you're looking at your calendar, if something shows up, it seems it's so frustrating because you've just planned this day so you get something done and something unplanned shows up. So for you to be able to be comfortable to deal with that surprise, step number one, get close to a state where your backlog is at its minimal, and ideally it should be zero. And you're processing that regularly. And you are looking at your list regularly as well, once you have processed that into your GTD lists. If you're looking at that, therefore you will not stuff your calendar with everything that needs to be done, and you will automatically have space in your calendar. And then when you have space in your calendar, and you choose to do something, you will look at your list and choose to pick something from your list. And as you're choosing to pick something from your list, it is very, very likely that an interruption may come up. And at that point in time, it's very easy to make a decision. Do I choose to do something from my list or do I deal with interruption? You're choosing between two things rather than 100 different things. And many times what you need to do in the list is important. So you can tell the interruption, hang on, you wait. You can go back to my inbox or my in-tray. I will make a note of it. I will get back to you. I need to deal with this first. You will be comfortable saying no to that interruption, and you'll be okay dealing with what you have in your list. At other times, what you list is no longer important. This emergency is important. It may be a fire that you need to put out. It may be a brilliant opportunity that is way higher return than what's on your list. You'll say, hey, dude, in my list, you can wait. Let's go and deal with that. To be able to have that, to fine-tune your intuition to be able to do that, depends on how well you worked on your backlog. And that's what the GTD process is about. And that's why people get their aha when they deal with that. Say, now I'm able to use my intuition to make the choice this and not that.
Yeah. And that's what makes GTD so powerful. A lot of times people approach productivity as in, from the mental model of time management. And then they say, okay, if that's what I need to do to be productive, the next thing they do is let me look at my calendar and fill my calendar with all the things I need to get done. But GTD doesn't take that approach. It's more about focus management. And so your calendar is basically used just for time-specific action so that you have a lot of free space to really deal with surprises when it comes at you. And to your point of, using your lists instead of only your calendar to guide your decisions on a moment-to-moment basis. So I think just following the GTD practice, the best practices of dividing time-specific actions on your calendar and non-time specific on your action list itself will just help you to deal with surprises as it comes.
Two things come to mind. First, of course, David has a very good video on, when you say David, we mean David Allen, founder of Getting Things Done, best-selling author, 2 million copies sold of his book. So David has a very good video on dealing with interruptions. So perhaps for this segment, we'll try to share that particular link to the video in the description. That might be relevant. Number one. Number two, to the person asking this question, we've not given an immediate solution as such. We say, go and do GTD, which is a long-term solution, but is there any quick fix that you think we can think of to help them decide on dealing with interruptions? one quick fix comes to mind. Accept the reality that you're always doing one thing at a time. You are never multitasking. You cannot do two things at a time. You can't write two emails at the same time. No, it's always one focus and then the other. Maybe it's an email, then it's a WhatsApp, then it's a conversation, and then it's back to email. Now, when you have an interruption, you have a choice to do this or that. You cannot do both. So you have to get better at making that choice. Which one is it that you're going to do and which one you are going to say no to? And that's what the GTD process has helped you do. Be comfortable with what you're saying no to, get more and more comfortable. Why are you saying no to it? Because you're no longer in the context. You can't do stuff. If I'm at work, I can't do stuff that I'm at home. If I don't have my phone with me, if my connection is poor, I can't do stuff on my phone. All I can do is computer or this interruption. Decide which one. And you're comfortable said no to so much and it's easier to make that choice. Now, if you've not made that decision and you've got an interruption, at least go back with this reality that I can only do one thing. So I feel okay about what I'm not doing for now, and I'll get back to it. And the easiest way to do that, at least if you're dealing with interruption, put a marker where you've stopped. So whatever the last thought you have, put that down so that you don't have to do the rethinking over again to get back to it. Or if you're going to continue doing with what you're doing and not doing the interruption, leave a marker for that. Make a note for that you're going to get back to that person, or tell the person, you get back to me, and leave the responsibility with them. And be okay about it. So it's your problem, you'll have to get back to me on that. So some immediate things that can help to temporarily solve the problem till you get on the GTD bandwagon.
All right, great. Lots of tips there for people to deal with interruptions.